Tony Tukumbo Fernandez Show is all about promoting the true life and success stories of African and Caribbean achievers around the world. If there's a product or initiative you wish to share, feel free to give us a call. The number is 0788 280 9005. A very warm welcome to all our listeners around the world. You're welcome to the Tony Tukumbo Fernandez Show, promoting the true life stories of Africans and Caribbean achievers around the world. And we're still here in Lagos, Nigeria this week, speaking with Adetokunbo here in Lagos, who's lived in Lagos now for quite a while. And I think Adetokunbo, the two things we have in common is you're married to a Nigerian. My father is Nigerian and my mom's Jamaican. Now, my mom has lived here for many years. And when you came here initially, and you found a group of Jamaicans who'd lived here for very many years as Africans, what was that feeling like, and what did it do to you as a person?
Oh my goodness, that's a great question. It's something that I think about now as you're saying it and smile. It was beautiful, it was so moving. I have a YouTube channel with my family and we had to showcase that on Abodedele. We showcased the West Indian community here in Nigeria because we were just taken back. I mean, so many of them and for so long and doing so well, you know, that was something that needs to be shared. And I still see, and I'm a member of the Nigerian West Indian Association, so I see a lot of these sisters and aunties who they've now become. And we do a lot together. We talk. They're there for support, sisterhoodship, auntieship, you know. It's just really great. And I understand that the movement isn't as big and possibly as organised as it used to be because we have in that association some aging members now. So some people have gone to, you know, back to the West, unfortunately, or fortunately, depends on how they see it. And you know, but we're still here, we're still doing things, we're still happy. I'm very happy to be part of that. And yeah, I'm going to do my best to try and keep it going.
Now, you're back to the motherland. It must have been a dream for you for many years. What were your relatives? How did your relatives feel about this move?
Okay.
And was it a big positive surprise moving here?
All right, so let me start with the first part, my family. So although I was born obviously in the UK to Caribbean parents, people were born in Jamaica as well themselves, I always knew from a very early age that my heritage was African. My parents did a good job. I mean, they talked to us about our history. I went to supplementary school, Saturday school, which again reinforced the fact that, you know, we had this African heritage which was rich and diverse, and you know, we are kings and queens and we came from a lot more than slavery. So I always knew that Africa was there, and I like to travel. I have been fortunate, I suppose, to travel during my youth to different places, including the continent of Africa, different countries in Africa. South Africa for a long time because my husband worked there. He wasn't my husband at the time, but yes. We even went to Gambia. So my husband and I used to talk about maybe having a better life and whether or not the UK was somewhere that we, you know, would find that better life, or whether or not there was somewhere else that we could achieve more, be more, particularly since we had our little girl, Abisola. So there was a lot of talk about where we should go. And my family knowing me, they knew that I would probably not end up in England all my life. So when we decided upon Nigeria, they weren't surprised. We had lots of farewells, as I say, actually, because it didn't happen straight away. We talked about it and we tried to have it happen, but COVID got in the way of one of those trips. And we didn't let up. We then sort of got back to the drawing board, decided to come. And this time we went to Gambia. We tried Gambia out. It didn't have to be, although I'm married to a Yoruba man, it didn't have to be Nigeria. It just had to be somewhere that fit us all and, you know, gave us the life that we wanted. So we did try Gambia. But Gambia, I have to say, it's a lovely, lovely place. But in terms of where we are, in terms of our mindset, and our positions in life right now, particularly since we've got Abisola, who's still growing and needs to grow into so much more, we felt that Gambia wasn't the best fit for us, and Nigeria was the place that we should be, and so we're here now. And yeah, I can say that things are working out very well, and I'm very happy to be here, and I just wish I'd done it sooner.
That's fantastic. How did you meet your husband? And would you also describe that as a process of fulfilling your manifestation in being back in the motherland?
Wow. I met my husband many years ago. We were dating for a long time. I met him in the UK. We were out, I have to say, I didn't think I would find my husband in a club, but I did. I went out clubbing one day, and it's really funny how it happened. That's a story for another day, I don't know. But went somewhere I wouldn't normally have been. I went to an African club, actually, with a friend of mine. And I was there quite bored, actually, because I've been there for a long time, a few hours. And he came in, and he was actually working there at the time. So he came in, and he was a DJ there. So yeah, club and DJ. It didn't sound like it was going to work out right, but it did. Many years later, we're here together, happy. Yeah, so that was interesting, but it was meant to be, clearly. So he and I, obviously we found our fit, we found ourselves and our togetherness. We talked about Africa. He is from Nigeria, as I said to you earlier. It wasn't necessarily that it had to be Nigeria, but he was very instrumental in obviously helping us come here, especially after we strategized again and decided, yeah, this was it. And I give kudos to him. I give thanks to creation as well, because I think for us to even have the idea to do, and then the wherewithal, the determination and the energy to do this, it's not everyone can achieve what we've done, and I understand that. Not everybody wants to achieve what we've done and have. But for those who are thinking of moving, maybe thinking of trying somewhere else, I would say go for it. And if you've got the support of your husband or your partner or your family, it makes it even easier. And I'm blessed because I had that. I still have that. My husband's family are wonderful. They're here and they're very supportive. My family back in the UK and wherever, they also are supportive. And they've come back, some of them have come to visit me and they love it. My mum is a regular in Nigeria, I have to tell you. So yeah, having a supportive partner, someone that you can talk to, someone that you can bounce ideas off and work together and achieve the things that you set out to. I'd say in a relationship, that is what's needed. And those conversations, that energy, that talk brought us this way. And as I said, I'm very happy to be here.
And there are more success stories unfolding in the future. On a very final note, as you know, there are many people around the world who want to visit the motherland and to settle down one day, who've never come. What advice would you give to them, brothers, sisters in Britain, who want to settle down in Ghana, Nigeria, and Gambia? Because it takes a lot for a person to do that. So what advice would you give to them?
It does. Well, first of all, I would say to them at this very stage, even if they're just thinking about it, I'd say well done. Because it's almost like you've broken away from that shallow and very rigid mindset of thinking that where you are is the best place for you. Because, face it, England maybe, it was an empire before and great, but it's really not that anymore. So if you're there, you're not happy, or wherever you find yourself in the world, not just England, America, Canada, anywhere, there are 54 ones in Africa, 54 countries on this continent, you just choose. But I would say to you, once you make that choice, do come on holiday, come for more than one visit, come for different times in the year, and for extended periods as well. Check it out, do some research, talk to people. I'd say, yes, social media is there, but it's not always as it is. So you still, even though you have that research, you speak to people, you visit, you still might, find out that it's not exactly everything that you wanted, but I'm sure that you equip yourself a bit more, and hopefully it is what you need it to be. But what people need to do when they're going anywhere is to remember that whenever they're leaving where they are, they're going somewhere else. So you don't expect to see the same thing and find the same thing that you've just left, because face it, you're going somewhere else. So I think once you get that in your head, that you're going somewhere else, it's going to be different, and that you need to study the country, study the people, study the cultures, and think, do I and can I fit into this? Well, then that's half the job done. I say when you get here as well, or even before, find out if there's any associations that you might be able to join. People who have similar backgrounds or similar experiences, you know, in the world. When you have that kind of similar and shared experiences, it's more likely you're going to get on with somebody, and maybe there'll be a match for you and your families, whatever. So as I said, part of the NWIA, which is the Nigerian West Indian Association, and also I'm a Niger Life, so I'm part of 2 different associations. And they are, you know, yeah, I think, you know, for anyone looking to find themselves somewhere else and be in someone else's country for a bit before, you know, really focusing and, you know, thriving in that country. It's best to have that support network there as well. I'd say that, you know, you're useful for different things. But yeah, the main thing is to want it, to be willing to work at it. And that's it.
And we continue to celebrate your success stories, many, many more years to come. God bless you always, and keep shining.
Thank you.